Hi, All Saints gardeners. In second grade, we are going to be talking about ecology and environmental horticulture. You may be wondering, what is ecology and horticulture? Those are some big words that you may not know much about. Well, let's have a look at the definitions in second grade terms. Ecology is the part of biology that deals with relationships between living things and where they live. Horticulture is the art and practice of gardening and managing a garden. Have you ever noticed that what you say or do affects other people? For example, if someone throws away a soda can, it may end up on the side of the road for someone else to pick up, or it could go into a landfill instead of being recycled. In nature, there's a balance between all living things. We're all interdependent, and every living thing has a purpose. Although many people think bees just cause trouble, many plants could not live without bees and other pollinators. Insects and animals that carry pollen from one flower to another are called pollinators. When a bee crawls into flowers to get nectar for its hive, it pollinates them so they can make fruits and seeds. Both the bee and the plant get what they need. Disturbing a natural balance such as this can cause problems. As junior master gardeners, we should learn to realize that we have a responsibility to take care of the environment and this wonderful planet that is our home. Today, we're going to talk about how things in nature are interrelated by asking some questions. As you think about the answers to these questions, think about what ways each one needs the other. So, what is a plant that grows around here, like grass or pine tree, tomato plant? Okay, so what does that plant need to grow? It needs the sun, it needs rain. What other living things in our area need rain to live? Like crickets and birds and bugs, and all sorts of animals and people. We also want to name something that might eat a part of a plant, like a caterpillar or squirrel, or sometimes people eat plants. What happens to a plant during the winter? It dies and it loses its leaves. So what happens to the plant when it falls to the ground? It turns into part of the soil. And how does a plant become part of the soil? Insects and other creatures eat it. What is one creature that eats dead leaves? Earthworms and pillbugs and all tiny little ground creatures. So the next question, name an animal that eats one of these creatures, like robins or birds or mice. What might eat one of those animals, like a snake? And then what is the name of a plant that might grow in new soil? Okay, like weeds or garden plants. What would happen to the plants if the rain didn't fall for a whole month? They might die. And if the plants died, what would happen to the creature that eats the plants? They might die. Name some plants that we eat, like corn, potatoes, carrots. Where do these plants come from? Our gardens, stores, farmers. What do all these plants grow in? The soil. And what are some things these plants need to grow? Sun and rain. So as you can see, there's a connection among all living things. Like a web, each strand of the web is connected to all the other parts. A problem with one part of nature causes problems in other parts of nature too. For example, what do you think might happen if there were no animals to eat dead leaves? Yes, those leaves might pile really high and cause problems for people too. Every living thing in nature plays a special role in the web of life. In nature, all need each other because there's an interrelatedness to life here on Earth. I hope you've enjoyed this Junior Master Gardener clip about the interrelatedness of plants, animals, and people. Keep on going, keep on growing, and keep on glowing.